Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Dr. Steve Simpson and I work as an elite performance coach, which means I work with people just like you, because we're all capable of a lot more than we give ourselves credit for if we can put our head in the right place. Because when our head's in the right place, the rest of our body usually follows. The subject today is, the title is We Are Not Alone. Well, that's a pretty broad statement. What does it mean? Well, I've been thinking a lot about this recently, and my book, The Psychoic Revolution, which was my last one book that I published, went into this in a lot of detail. But the conclusion that I've come to, the overarching conclusion, is that if we can embrace in even the smallest possible way that we're not just individuals living a solitary life on a planet, I know we have our family and friends and all the rest of it, but if we can truly feel that we are connected to the 8 billion other people on this planet, or maybe by the stretch of the imagination to past generations as well, then that should be a very comforting thought, because it means that it's not all up to us, that all of the problems that we face every day in our life, they're not for us to solve each one of them, because there's a load of other people around, and there's this kind of energy, which is perhaps more important, that other people generate, that somehow seems to make our problems just magically solve themselves very often. Wish it be always, but of course it's not that simple. And of course I'm not the only person who's ever said this by a long chalk. Just about every religion has the same kind of concept. A person that I study and respect his work is Carl Jung, who of course is no longer with us, but he presented his paper on the collective unconscious in 1936, and at that time he knew that this was a very revolutionary thought for scientists to get their head around, and he was right, because a lot of people took great exception to the views that he was putting across, and that thought frankly he was crazy. But now that we know about genetics and the way genes and chromosomes and inheritance work, his views about the archetypal inheritance and the collective unconscious, that doesn't sound so crazy to me, because if you want to be a scientist and you believe in the genes, and everything's encoded in there. And indeed, some people still carry genes from the Neanderthals, so that's how far evolution goes back. We have been designed or created to survive successfully on this planet, and we have done so far. And the way to do this is to embrace the concept that we're not alone, and it's not up to us, because guess what happens when we think that we're special and our problems are ours only and all the rest of it? That's called ego. And if there's one thing that gets in the way of elite performers posting personal bests, it's when ego takes over. As we say, ego is no amigo. That's a very, very quick explanation of a highly complex subject. Go to my website and the blog, which goes into more detail, and maybe even buy my book, The Psychoic Revolution. Now this is part one. Part two is coming, because I've got some other ideas I've been working on since then that I'm going to present in my next video, which just might put everything, might be as a kind of a I was going to say that a missing piece of the jigsaw. This jigsaw has got lots of missing pieces, but at least there'll be another piece that we might be able to put in the jigsaw in the next video. Okay, thanks for your support. Please share this if you think anybody else might be interested in it. Goodbye for now.